to my YouTube channel. My name is Rina, and today I'm here with
Xavier Morgan.
Hi, Xavier. Before we get into the video, I just want to say shout out to everybody who likes and subscribes to my YouTube video. And if you're new here, welcome to the family. So today I am with Xavier. Is it Xavier or Xavier?
It's Xavier.
Xavier. Gotta add the X in there.
Yeah, you gotta enunciate that.
Okay. All right. I'm here with Xavier. Xavier, can you tell us a little bit? Well, first of all, I met him at a comedy show, very spontaneous comedy show, and I thought he was hilarious. He was actually funny. One of the reasons why I actually connected with you is because you you talk about Africans. And yeah, I thought it was hilarious. And I was always thinking like, I wonder what he thinks about us. So what do you think about us?
Africans. I have a very checkered past with Africans, I guess you could say, because I have a past in customer service. And you know, Africans, they try to barter everything. You know, like everything's a negotiation.
Yeah.
You know, like I work at, I'm over here at this phone place. This phone costs $800. They just tell me I would not accept that. I'm like, and now I gotta reset the tone. So it's just like but Africans are cool. I think the Africans are the most beautiful people in the world.
Oh, thank you.
They're coming from a very natural place.
You kind of are African.
I mean, I know I am African. You ain't gotta tell me.
I feel like you
ain't gotta tell me, but I ain't get the swab thing. I ain't validated because I ain't get the swab. I got we'll talk about that later. But no, I like the culture. Going to a HBCU too. Mm-hmm. I just feel very connected with African people.
First of all, how did you even get into that crowd? Because it's like mostly Africans. And how did you even get into comedy in the first place?
How did I get to that crowd that night that we met?
Yeah.
My friend of a friend who was a comedian said, come out to my show. And if you black, I'm gonna support you any type of way.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a door company, I'm gonna come support your door company. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'm gonna support it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I came to support, yet again, it was hard for me to find the door. I was a little pissed.
Yeah,
okay, I don't like when I can't find the door and I gotta go in the back alley. We in Baltimore. I don't wanna go to no back alley in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? Cause I gotta be prepared to fight. And I ain't fought in, years. It's like I gotta start stretching and stuff like that. So I'm not sure who's gonna rob me. Don't give me that, allow me that type of time. So, but I walked in, it was a good time. He is real good or really in with that community, his friend. So it was just like, it just happened like that. But I love performing for African, people.
People in general.
Mm-hmm.
So do you get nervous when you get on stage? What do you tell yourself before you get on stage as a performer, an artist?
I don't know. To be honest with you, when I first got to be into comedy was I watched people who were way older than me when I was younger. Mm-hmm. So I was 10 years old watching Eddie Murphy. So I'm like, damn.
You kind of look like him.
It's multiple. We're gonna. I feel like we're gonna
do he look like it? I think you do. You remind me you have the same facial structure. But
we're gonna get through all the celebrities. I promise you, in which that people say I look like. But it was wild because I would watch that and just he would be talking about stuff I didn't know what he would talk about. I didn't understand that stuff. We're talking about adult things, sex, life, bills, divorce. I was laughing because it was funny to me. Mm-hmm. But I was like, this guy is doing this. He's kind of orchestrating this crowd by himself, all by himself. There's nobody else, ain't no music, and he's just talking. This is amazing, Mm-hmm. So of course I did my research, and after a while I became a little bit clown myself. Watching stuff like Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jimmy Fox show. That type of stuff. So I was like, I feel like I'm a pretty funny guy. But I was an introvert when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah.
It seemed that way.
Yeah. No, I wasn't really, I had rhythm, but I wasn't a dance battle in a circle person. I wasn't a circle battle. I was on the side. I was a hyper. But no, that just was I think if I would have really embodied more of that funnier part, I probably would have been more of an extrovert. But it gave me some time to sit back and be able to watch. Mm-hmm. I'm probably the fakest extrovert ever.
Me and you both. Oh my God.
Because I'm able to turn it on when I need to. Mm-hmm. I'm good being quiet in the room. I can talk to everybody in the room. It depends how much candy I ate that day. But it's just, you know, after time, I've also learned like I'm an asshole, you know, and it's just like like I have to release this assholery in which that it's like in my stomach at times. I gotta let that go. Now, at a young age, I didn't understand like why I didn't have that. I realized it's just I was probably too worried about people's opinions and stuff.
Right. It's so funny you said you started off like with the comedy or trying to get into comedy like later on. Like I would think that's like already in you, or like you really.
I mean, you know, it is, but it comes in different forms. You know, if you that kid in the family, they be like, Xavier, do the thing that you do the thing. That's what stage. That's whether it's a dance joke, whatever the fuck. I mean, I don't know if I curse on whatever it may be. That's just like it comes in different ways. You know, I had my class clown times. I never really was a class clown. I was like really a smart kid, quiet kid. To be honest with you. And it was just like, as I got older, I got in high school, started playing sports. I'm like, okay, like, I can hang with people. You don't know that, because to be honest, I grew up with older people too, so.
Would you say you have like more like an old soul? Like, how would you describe yourself?
I have an old soul.
Old soul?
Oh, I definitely have an old soul.
What kind of music you listen to? Like old school music?
Yeah. Get you in the groove. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, old school music gets you some type of groove. But, you know, I try to mix it in though. Because I realize you listen to music for different times. Music takes you different places. Right. You know, being that I grew up with older people, those times take me to younger, you know, points. Now, I still listen to younger music and stuff like that. That's why I'm getting older. But I still listen to younger music and stuff like that. I just pick and choose on what. So, but do I get nervous? Yes. Every time.
So you say you went to Hbcu, and it's like a lot of black people, and we know how black people like to clown each other.
Yeah,
like,
we do.
And so
that's what we do.
Do you sometimes feel, what's the word? Did you use your comedy as like a defense mechanism in that kind of situation? Yes. Especially being around black people before?
I'm gonna let everybody know, get a side view of my head, because I've had this size head all my life.
Like, don't tell me the clown about your head.
I'm telling you right now, I've had this size head all my life as a young child. You know.
Wait, so you trying to say you had a big head growing up?
I had to grow into my head. That's how big my head was.
Dang.
Yeah. So it was like, you know, I had to, you know, like I said, I was quiet. People would joke with me and stuff like that. I took it, but I'm gonna give you something. But also realized too, I had to get better at reading the room, because I was a smart kid. So I would say some stuff like, "Oh, you ain't say nothing when your equilibrium was all," you know, and stuff that most kids ain't gonna check.
Yeah.
But if someone call me watermelon head, the whole class is up. It's up. I lost. Yeah. So from that point, I realized I just had to get better at jokes, and that kind of. So now it's like, I fire for anybody. I don't know if that makes sense.
So like, did you ever like do like stand-up comedy in when you were you said you went to Howard, right? And I would think that's a great place to like.
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't really do that.
You didn't really do that?
I did it before though. I did it right before.
Oh,
I did it right before. Did it for like a year and a half before, maybe 2. And I was getting into my thing. My mom and brother got together. They got me a comedy class in DC. Right before I went to DC and stuff like that. And then I went to school. And then I realized, damn, I'm broke as hell. And then I was like, I don't want to, you know, black people, it'd be hard going places when you ain't got money. So it's just like, you know, you just remind yourself all the time. So I felt like I used that more of an excuse when I could have really been refining my craft during the time. I went out sparingly, but like it would be by myself. Right. I would just be like, comedy show, sure. Go by myself, perform once, don't go back. You know, it's comedy by repetition. Right. And it's a craft.
So I went to an Hbcu too. I went to Savannah State for a while. And shout out to but you know, my experience, it was good, but it wasn't the best. I would definitely say I wish I would have went to a PWI.
No.
Because of how they handle my situation, like, well, maybe it's a
situation, because I can tell you my situation too.
It's just like in class, the ceiling was falling off. I couldn't pay my tuition, so they told me to leave. But then I asked them, like, hey, like, I can just, like, I don't got nowhere to go. Can you give me a day or a place to stay? And they referred me to a homeless shelter. And I'm like, come on now, like, you should have more resources for your students
That's true.
who are, unfortunate.
That's true.
So it just left a bad taste in my mouth and stuff. So I have an idea of what HBCUs are. And I know Howard hasn't been having like a good reputation. Granted,
it's wild to me. It's just wild to me.
So my question now is: do you think like your HBC, if you went to a PWI, you would have had better connections out after getting out of college, or do you feel like Howard provided you like better resources to like catapult your career and whatever you went to school to study?
To be honest with you, I had definitely had a situation like. HBCUs ain't easy, but neither is being black in America, so it's like,
yeah.
But no, like I feel you though, like you expect certain things to be, you pay a certain amont, I expect certain stuff. So at this point, that's just how business goes. I'm the consumer, consuming education, I'm paying you for it. You are vending me education,
right.
So you're expecting the facilities and all that stuff because it should be and stuff like that. It's just like it sucks that. One, black alumni doesn't give back to schools, so they don't have the infrastructure that other schools have. University of Maryland, the guy who went to University of Maryland, he's the founder of Under Armour. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like, on top of them having all the other sports, they have alumni who caringly give. Yeah, Howard definitely has great alumni. Oh, wow. Celebrities. But like, we can't depend just like on the celebrities to give and expect that to be in our infrastructure. People have bad taste in their mouth from the school, and then they graduate or they barely graduate or whatever that it may be, and they don't give back. So now the school's working off what the state gives. It's a black school. What you really think they're going to give us? Yeah. And then you're working off alumni give backs, and you may get for HBCU. I would say HBCU on average they may give 35% back. Other PWIs, it's probably 80, 85 maybe.
They give back a lot. They have Starbucks.
Come on. Because they understand the importance.
Yeah.
Me giving back this money, I'm creating scholarships. I'm giving back to facilities, this, that. Even though, and those people probably didn't have a good, the best of time at that time. Right. But they're giving back to help someone else avoid it. Right. Now, with Howard and stuff like that, Howard has gotten a whole lot better than when I've been there.
Oh, really?
Oh my God! So it's just like, but it's a generational thing, And honestly, the same things that people deal at Howard, people deal with at Georgetown. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like Georgetown, there's other stuff to take you away from that point. Right. All these colleges got mold. They do. Mold builds character. Right. All right. So I was like, it's just like I understand how people can do that. And just like, I just won't ever go to HBCU. That's how people feel. But it's just like, for me, I experienced stuff that I know I'll never experience at PWI. Because I went to a PWI high school and community college. You know what I'm saying? It'd be the small stuff. To be able to come to assembly and they're playing twerk music at 12 in the afternoon, that's a privilege. Okay? We are constantly listening to Cardi B right now. And we're about to listen to some important information right after this. And they are twerking ass in the aisles right now. They're not doing that at PWI. You hear, don't play usual. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing
so serious.
It's that type of thing. It's only going to be so much. It's only going to go so far. Like, it caters to black people. Yeah. Will the Wi-Fi go out sometimes? Probably. Okay? Like, figure it out. All right? Figure it out.
The best of it.
Okay? Yeah. Because you're gonna experience some stuff that you'll never be able to experience again in your life. Right. No matter if you came from a privileged spot. Let's say you grew up with all white people, you're never gonna be around that many black people. Again, striving for that, for that type of goal. Let's say you came from the hood, you're never gonna be around that many black people striving for that much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I go to PWI, I'm just kind of accelerating my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just like, my kids, they're going to HBCU. And they're going to struggle. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be like,
give and take,
Yeah, it's going to be great. Like,
so, I don't know, you mentioned earlier about, like, it's a lot of alumni from Howard University who, they could do a better job giving back. I think that is one of the problems that we as a community, as a black community, struggle from with, we have billionaires like Jay-Z, and and a lot more other millionaires who I feel like could do better to improve our community, and I feel like they just don't do enough. But we hear a lot more complaining about that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like celebrities and all these black billionaires. Do you feel like we should not depend on the white man to come fix our struggles and more so look to the people who are in those higher positions to help our community be better, like build, like Baltimore, right? Oh, it's a mess. I mean, like, granted, they have some really nice places. I went there the first time and I was like, oh my gosh, just a lot of homeless people.
Yeah, well, you know, all right, let me take it step by step, right? I think that celebrities, yes, they can do more, but I think financially, if their money is coming from the white man, they can only do so much. But I think they can use their platform. Not
only celebrities, but just like business people, like
business
you said.
People too. If their business is driven by the opinion of white people, they can only do so much.
I mean, but they out here driving all this expensive car. I mean, they don't stick up themselves, so I get it. That's true.
Those cars,
like
who owns those nice cars? Who owns those companies for the nice cars? A lot of things that these people that have money have, they really ain't getting it. They ain't paying for it. They get it for free just to ride around in it. Because they're really famous. You just want to be seen. Yeah. You being seen, the clothes, all that shit. Once I'll give you this stuff to wear. We gotta pay for it.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying like, granted, yeah, they are getting money from the white man, and it's also limited. But I think the little they get, don't you think that they should pour that back into the community and build it up? Like,
and that's why they do stuff for tax breaks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? They don't do stuff like, no, I'm sure Jay-Z has the foundation. They all have something that they're doing separately. I think they should use their voice more. I think their voice is more important than their money. Because their voice, a lot of people want to be drug dealers because of Jay-Z.
Right.
You know what I mean? Think about the amount of generations that Jay-Z has, influenced. And, it's not just on Jay-Z, it's just an, example. But Jay-Z is still popular to this day, making money. But those generations of people, when she was talking about, drug dealing and stuff like that, it made people think it's okay. So now we feel like we don't have a certain amount of options. Right. We have those options. Why else would I be doing this? I can rap, be a drug dealer, or, play basketball or some type of sport. That's how people feel. And it's why I feel like, I know that we're the only race that feels like that. All other races feel like they can do whatever they want, But it's just, I feel like we got to use their voice because we're so influenced by a culture. Yeah, that's who we are, because our culture is everywhere, so it's hard for us not to be influenced by it. Yeah. So, but people who are the heads of that culture can definitely speak on more of like the stuff that we could do, better. Now, it's wild, I wouldn't expect back in the 90s when they was like, yeah, it's not rap music, da-da-da. But like, we low-key need to kind of like start talking about something else different. Yeah. Because when black people were most together back in the day, right, their music reflected that. Yeah. We don't got no like together music. Yeah. We ain't got that. Yeah, we be fucking sucking and, robbing, stealing, all that. But it's just like, we ain't got no together music. Most we got like happy.
Yeah, I mean, and the funny thing is,
smile bitch. I think that might be one. I think that's a together gospel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I can't play smile bitch at like a rally. I could. I mean, it'll get popping. Shout out to Lil Duval. But it's just like we need more of that. And Lil Duval did that, but we need more of that. You know what I mean? And it's just like now, it's just. Yeah. But yet again, who's pressing those buttons on the OK button? In those songs.
I mean, it's high time we start taking control one way or the other. I don't know. And it's so funny you said we need more of a together music. I've noticed that a lot of together music, take for example, empowering music by different artists don't get as much attention. Like, for me personally, this is how I see it. I went and looked at the views of Beyonce's Brown Skin Girl. By the way, I got so emotional when I watched the video because I had never watched the video until like last month. I'm not even kidding because I'll play it on my phone, but I just never.
Huge Beyonce fan, so.
Oh really? See, I'm a Beyonce fan, but I'm not like a huge one. So I didn't really care to.
She's become more of a Rihanna girl.
Rihanna, oh, I'm a Rihanna girl. So
of course.
But I didn't really take the time to go watch the video, and then when I did, I got really emotional. And I was looking at the views, and I kid you not, like Cardi B's shaking ass naked video got more attention than that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think beyond that, music was very empowering because it was uplifting Black women. But for some reason, Black people just don't like. Not that they don't like it. It's
not that they don't like it. It's just it takes them to a point where I guess you got to start thinking about yourself. So it's like if I got something I could twerk his ass to, I ain't got to think about that. You feel me? Brown Skin Girl took you to a point that people not are ready for.
Yeah.
You may feel like you're ready to hear that, being ready to work and be like, yeah, I can. Nope, they trying to be ready to throw some ass before they go to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what moods are they going to be in for that? And it's just like, it's just like social media. Social media, like I said, I'm on a slow growth. I appreciate my growth and stuff like that. But if I was a girl, a thick girl, with some, girl, I have $100,000. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't much to do. Because you get everybody in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get the guys who nasty, the guys who like
the professional ones.
You going to get them. You don't get the guys who just looking to watch. You don't get the guys who don't care. We ain't talking about the girls. The girls who like girls. The girls who like girls that dance. The girls who like girls that dance and like girls.
The girls who look up to girls with the kind of body.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's so many ways to do it. I'm just a funny guy.
Well, that's a lot too. That's a lot. You get everybody attention. Yeah. For sure. You get everybody attention. I feel like for me, it's kind of hard. Because mine is women, dark-skinned women. Yeah. That is my niche.
It should be.
And anyone related to dark-skinned women. Like I said, like not all of them are ready to hear the hard truth of like accepting themselves for what it is. A lot of them are going behind closed and trying to change their skin. Yeah, so it is hard. It's not that it's hard. I feel like it's just gonna take a while. It's gonna take it's a slow growth.
It's a slow growth, and we're kind of getting towards a good spot for that.
Yeah, we gotta give ourselves credit.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous though, because now it's becoming to a point that women are almost to a point that they feel like they're beyond reproach too. Because it's like I feel like everybody should be reproachable. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to talk about stuff. And it's like the only way the woman's going to be criticized as a Black woman is by another Black woman. I can't say anything. I'm not saying nothing. I'm over here quietly in my corner because I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
criticize Black women all the time.
Exactly. That's why I don't want to throw into that. I mean, I got my stuff I could say, but I don't feel the need to always feel like I need to say that because Black women criticize Black men all the time. Do I want to hear that all the time? Like, how many dates I've been on to be like, I hate niggas. Like, damn, bitch, this is the first date. Like, if I said, I hate bitches, you be like, and take your stuff and leave. Because, it's
Not for real.
And I feel it, because that's how you should feel. That's how you should feel. And it's just like, also, me personally, I love dark-skinned women. I really do. I feel like dark-skinned women have a better personality a lot of times. Like, I've liked 3 light-skinned women in my life. Leah.
Your name call.
Chloe Bailey.
Oh.
One she shall not be unknown. That's it. But dark-skinned women is where it's at,
See, like, I appreciate it. But sometimes I'm feeling like, it's the same thing where it's like the other way around. It's easy. It's so funny because it's more receptive to a larger crowd when like a man says they like dark-skinned women. But when the second they say the light-skinned women, he colorist. And so like sometimes that makes me feel like
it's wild because it's like it's such to say because I talk to a lot of dark-skinned women and they be like beautiful. I'm just like, you are gorgeous. I just walk up on them and it's like sometimes I throw them off. They're like,
me?
I'm like, Yeah, with your dark ass. I don't give. You are gorgeous. And for, like, you know, dark skin women tend to have the better skin also. But it's just like, you know, it's mind-boggling me a lot of times that it's just like a throw offer, I guess you could say, for me just to tell you that. But it lets me know that you ain't heard it a lot. Mm-hmm. Or they've become, you know, a little bit more juicier as they've gotten older, so they hear it more now. But when they were younger, they heard it, you know, not as the same way either. Yeah. So it was like, you know, that's why also back in the day too, I was always cool with a dark skinned girl because I was a waterhead kid, you know what I'm saying? So I had to find friends. Me and dark skinned girls was always friends because they used to try to, I'm like, don't talk about my gang of dark skin.
It was the outcast.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey.
It's okay though.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at us now.
Hey. But yeah, you know, and I wasn't light skinned, so I was double not in.
You kind of brown. I'm sure you.
I feel like, I mean, when I was younger, I was probably light skinned, but you know, sun, being on the roofs with my dad, playing football and stuff. This is me. This is where we at.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier about like the constant back and forth with black people, black women, black men. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're the only race who has like this back and forth.
This is true. It's instilled into us.
Each other.
It's instilled in us. It's a part. It's instilled in us. Definitely. And it's been instilled in us over years, decades. Mm-hmm. You know, centuries at this point. So it's like it's not something that's gonna, you know, just click with us. And I need people to understand that.
I'm ready for y'all to make it click.
You see?
I really am. Like I saw this clip. He was on like an interview in New York, mm-hmm. and he asked a few questions. And then the last question, why you black as hell? Like the disrespect, you know? It's like I'm just tired for everybody to just like. And that's why. I'm just ready for y'all to just get along.
It comes down to like if we went probably down the line, you probably was like grown up in a single house. Your mom probably wasn't around like that, and he don't know how to talk to women. Mm. You know, it's a line. He got to that point that's for some reason. Mm. You know, me personally, I grew up around women, so for me to go around disrespecting women,
it's hard. Yeah, don't really sit well.
Well, somebody disrespect my sister, I gotta put you in a briefcase. You know, like it's just like, you know, and it's just like I don't want to put that type of energy out because it'll usually come back
to you.
So it's like, and yet again, black women, you know, we got some things to talk about. But it shouldn't be above disrespect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like black men definitely got some shit to work on. Yeah. But it shouldn't be disrespectful.
Exactly.
You know? And it's like the back and forth. It's because it's a power struggle. Mm. And it's an untouched power struggle that people really don't want to talk about. In which that, I feel like black women are the only section of women that are really empowered by other races and media. Own your own business. Do this. Do that. Do this. You know, it's always like the black woman up front. Mm. If you notice, it's never really a white woman. To be real with you, women don't want to work for the rest of their life.
That's true. I never really think about it like that.
I watch a lot of things.
Yeah.
Women don't want to work for the rest of their life. How old are you right now?
Huh?
How old are you right now?
24.
24? Do you want to work for the rest of your life?
Heck no.
Okay. So, me as a man, I know I'm going to work for the rest of my life.
You know you will work for the rest of your life?
I can have my own business and be sitting on the island. I'm still going to work for the rest of my life. Think about this. You think about, like, Grandpa. Grandpa will still take his old ass outside and go chop some wood because that's his goddamn job. He working to the rest of his life. While grandma sit, chill, you know. It's just a natural order. Some things we gotta work on, some things it's a natural order stuff.
Right. I mean, like, I gotta see, you're a millennial, right?
Yeah, technically.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You know, it's like that year thing, you know.
Sure. Oh, earlier.
Yeah, right. I'm 30.
Okay, so you are a millennial, literally like in the middle. You're a millennial. So the reason why I asked is because I want to applaud millennials because I feel like they're setting a new tone moving forward when it comes to this back and forth with all this disconnect in the black community. I feel like they are trying to make it better for us, the newer generation, moving forward. And so I want to applaud you guys on that. And that's why I see a lot of podcasts as, I mean, it could be better, but I see a few podcasts as like very empowering the black man and empowering the black community. That's the thing. It's not many. It's a lot of them just talking about like the fit and fresh. Oh man, I don't know. That podcast like works. I mean, it's like I see a lot of girls go on there.
It's
I'm just like, it's the clout you want.
It's crazy because I listen to it all. Right? I listen to it all. Just because I listen to it doesn't mean I agree with it. Right? You know, because I know of it. Like I listen to everything. Like I listen to the woman's side. See what the fuck they going on over there. I listen to the simp side. You know, we gotta look at our beautiful black queen. You know what I'm saying? Like I go down the rabbit hole. Okay, like, but it's just like, you know, it's not a lot of, especially black man empowerment. Start. And to empower the black man, you gotta empower the black woman too. But you can't empower the black man and woman the same way. And I feel like a lot of times we try to empower the black woman, black man the same way. So now it's a power struggle.
Yeah.
White man, white woman, motivated differently. Any man, any woman, motivated differently. Black man, black woman, we're motivated by the same thing. So we tend to butt heads a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I want money too. You should want money. We can get money together. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, it shouldn't be a competitive thing. It shouldn't be something like that is a reason why you're here. Money should be... It comes. We're going to let, because ex-parents, them niggas went to do some hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? Before they got to the point that they are right now. Yeah. People nowadays, they go through some stuff and...
Yeah, divorce is high. Like, and this with this self-empowerment. If somebody do this to me, or if they do make me feel this kind of way, I'm out. It's like we're in this like kind of off culture. And it can be very detrimental in the long run. And I feel like the black
generationally.
Everybody's so quick to cut people off.
Yeah, it's wild. Because you can go from hey boo to who?
Who are you? Man.
It's wild.
So how can we, like, if you had the opportunity to be in a room of black people, what would you advise them? What would you say to help this power struggle that we're having as a community? Like, what would be like a solution that you would suggest?
Broaden your horizons.
What do you mean by that?
As in, just because you're this doesn't mean you have to be that. Right? Just because you went through that doesn't mean you need to be this. You know, just because you saw all this stuff means that you can experience stuff you've never seen before. And black people, we're so afraid, and we don't like to say that, but we're afraid to go outside the box, right? If I'm in this box and I'm seeing all these people drug deal, get money, all this type of stuff, why would I want to do anything different? We get so accustomed to staying in this box, you know? And like, we gotta take advantage of stuff. The difference between us and white people know how to complain. There's a hole out there, white people will go get that filled. They don't care. White people know how to properly complain. Like, it is amazing how they're complaining, like, abilities. Because they get shit done. Black people, we not going to go to the website. We ain't going to read the fucking policy. We ain't going to do all that. There is definitely my mom is that person that will get those type of results. Okay, she don't play. If there's an email sent by Mary, there's results on its way. But we're not like that as people. You know, like, we're not as invested as we should be. Because, like, we like to have fun. Because we've been through so much. We've been through so much. The points that we can have fun, we take full advantage of it. Is it our fault? Yeah, but no. Because it's like, yet again, generationally, we've been through so much. Yeah. As soon as we get the chance to have fun and do something, we take full advantage of it. You know, and now we're in this generation of just violence now. You know, we're in this generation of cycle of violence and everything like that. We gotta figure out how we're gonna break that. And I think that's gonna take reading. Because, like, you know, for the most part, United States, we have like a 3rd grade level fucking reading.
Really?
So, United States. I be looking up random stats. Don't. Okay.
Interesting. 3rd grade though.
Yeah, like averaging it out, you know.
I know we can definitely do with our vocabulary too.
Mm-hmm.
I know myself. I need to do better. We're working on that. But yeah, what you said about like a white man would get something done and complain, that hit home because I'm the kind of person. I just mind my business.
Yeah, don't involve me.
It's a car sitting over there for the past 2 days. I want to mind my
business. White guy like, who the hell's car is this? This is some. You know what? I'm gonna call the and get that motherfucker out of there.
Yeah.
Black people gonna be on that. There's good parts to that. We got everybody. You know, so it's just like I feel like it's just for black people. We a lot of times we choose the easy side because we go through so much. So.
Yeah. And you know, I want to applaud because we're doing better. We're definitely
doing better.
There.
Definitely doing better.
And one thing about us, one thing about a black man or black people, when we know we're wrong, we're gonna admit to it. Trust me.
For the most part, we'll admit to it.
We would complain about ourselves.
Accountability. We'll admit that bitch. Yeah, that was me.
That's about it. We end there.
Yeah, that's it.
We take accountability.
We might mess up another time, same way, but yeah.
We'll
tell you that was us. Now what we do with it, we'll see what happens. But no, you're right though. Yeah. You're right. Like
we just gotta execute. When we see a problem, we take ownership of it. We have to find a solution and actually execute and follow through. I feel like that's where we lack.
And I feel like we also got to realize we're not going to agree 100% with everybody.
Yeah.
If we're going to have a leader, board, whatever, something that we're going to listen to, there's no way that at this point with the amount of information we have with the internet that you're going to be able to agree 100% with one person. You're always going to find a problem.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah. Even though we've come a long way.
Long way.
Yeah, we're still
black people still gonna hate now.
Now you can do better.
Yeah, hey, black people. That's how it is. That's exactly how it is.
But anyway, great conversation. I enjoyed getting to know you a little bit more. You're very articulate, actually. You say you was smart. You was not playing. Okay.
I mean, hey, you know, like I try.
Anyway, y'all, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And again, don't forget to follow Xavier. He is a comedian. Trust me, he is hilarious, as you can see. I love his personality. And yeah, follow me on Instagram too, and him. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, share, like, and we will see you in our next episode.
Ciao.
Bye.